Hi. Welcome to Louisiana Heartbeats. I'm Sudie Landry, your host. Kind of caught me off guard there for a minute. We're doing the show a little bit different. Yeah, by the way, let me just explain to you. See how plain the background is in the back? Well, we're going to play around and kind of give you an idea of just how easy it is to have your own show right here on the Acadiana Open Channel. It's a free access channel. If you have an idea, we have the facilities. So I would like to encourage you to kind of check out what's going to happen as I sit here and ramble on. I'm Sudie Landry, the volunteer rep at AOC. Now, who is that? That's just someone that they've elected who has a big mouth, who believes in AOC. And because of my belief that this is an awesome opportunity, I'm encouraging you to check out the facilities that's offered. Did you know, not only can you have your own show, you can take different classes and you can learn how to tweak it out, and eventually, who knows where it'll take you. But right now, let's just say I've been here 4 years, and in 4 years, I have really been excited about receiving different awards and just having fun and loving what I do. Now, I have a terrific team that has been behind me. I've had several directors before, and right now I have 2 awesome guys that help out on a regular basis. My director, of course, is someone that can run the TriCaster that keeps switching all these backgrounds. And, of course, his name is Reggie Walsh. And then we have, of course, the floor director, who is also Kenneth Franklin. And he's in there assisting and trying to show someone how to learn the TriCaster. Now, if you have an idea, this is where you need to be. Now, my show is Louisiana Heartbeats, but we do a whole lot of other shows. I am sitting in a plain studio with all this thousands of dollars worth of equipment. And my idea today, along with my crew, is to give you a glimpse of how it's done. No, don't be scared. It's a lot of fun. And if you've got a great crew, it just makes it all so much easier. As I said, a volunteer rep is going to try to explain to you that this is the place you need to be. We offer you coming in, taking classes, becoming a member, and for a measly $25 if you're a senior citizen like me, or if you're younger than that, you can pay, what is it? I don't know, maybe a little bit less than that, but at least $25 a year for seniors, maybe $35 for anyone younger than that, and you have access to all this wonderful equipment. You can take classes, you can get with like-minded people, and before you know it, you have a show of your own. If you have an idea, then I encourage you to check it out. www.aocinc.org. Well, look at that. They just kind of showed the background of something that I had in the past. Look, we even have animation going on. Are you a young person? It doesn't mean you have to have the same ideas as this older person sitting here. Now, at Acadiana Open Channel, I have had a great time. I not only have this talk show that we showcase a variety of people, going from authors, musicians, artists, children, you name it, testimonies, preachers, like that background you see right now. I would choose that for LA Gospel Beats, which is a second show of mine that's co-hosted with me by Reverend Wayne Landry. He and I worked together in half for many years. Well, this is an update right now. Our latest project that I've been excited to be about, my crew, I can only say that I help them when I can, but basically it's the idea of Kenneth Franklin and Reggie Walsh. Now look at the graphics back there. Look how fancy it got. Courtesy of one of our staff members who took upon themselves to join Brain Fart. What is Brain Fart? Brain Fart is the latest baby, I'll call it, that is a brainstorm of a game show for kids. It's educational. Special materials have been purchased that even teachers use to teach. And so not only is it educational, but it's also fun. And today I'm excited because they're going to be doing a live show today, and their underwriter is going to be supplying food to the contestants, to the participants. They're going to really get a treat today because they're going to have fun. So Brain Fart is the latest of the creations that I've been honored to be part of. It's not something I created, but it's something I enjoy being part of. Now let's kind of go back over what I said. Did you know that Acadiana Open Channel is a free access channel in Lafayette? What does that mean? It's a community channel. Whatever's happening in the community, that's what AOC wants to know. If it's happening, we'd like some footage. If you yourself have ideas, perhaps the best thing for you to do is kind of check out the website, look at what's been going on. I have a lot of videos posted there. AOC has a lot of videos posted there. Educate your show. Who knows? You may be out there waiting for this opportunity to come up and you just didn't know how it could be done or if it could be done. Well, guess what? AOC makes a way where there seems to be no way. And I'm excited to say that I can say at one time I was part of 11 shows. Right now, it's maybe 4 or 5, but the whole point is if you want to be busy, you want to see people's dreams come true, you want to make your dream come true, then this is the place to be. At Acadiana Open Channel, which is now known to everyone as AOC Multimedia Station, a community that cares about you, what you think, and want to help your dreams come true. Now, we don't charge, we don't get paid to do this. This is all volunteers. I'm a volunteer, I'm a producer. What is that? My ideas here. I have a crew, they all have titles. We all do this because we believe in the same thing or we believe in the vision of the person that we have joined forces with. All said, AOC is a multimedia opportunity place to be. We're very, 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 the word I use is blessed because of the fact that did you know, not many people have this kind of privilege or opportunity to be able to come in and share their ideas for a very small fee. So check out www.aocinc.org for more information. I'm Sudie Landry, and I'm just going to rattle off a few shows that I had a little part in. Louisiana Heartbeats is my baby #1 mothership show. That is the show where I came in thinking I was going to just showcase music people. Well, in a short period of time, it turned from music to you name it, whoever had something to say, I would let them come in here and say it. My whole goal is to showcase varieties and not just the same topic over and over. And it's people in the community. It's what you're doing that we want people to know about. Then I have a friend who has LA Gospel Beats, which is a spinoff, and we co-host together. And that is our show together that we showcase preachers and ministers and testimonies and things like that. And then you know what? I said one day, well, golly Moses, what about our children? My whole vision when I started was to one day have a children's contest. Well, it went from that idea to sharing it to now doing a show called Acadiana's Kids Got Talent. That's right. And the main goal behind that and my vision is to eventually have kids operating the behind-the-scenes equipment. The graphics, like you see back and forth, being operated on the TriCaster, the switches to the different scenes, to the different people talking, changing the backgrounds as needed. Okay, so how about that? No, it's not just singers, but there's a lot of music. We have showcased Louisiana's youngest artist, who is only 11 years old now, and she was 7 years old when I first did her on the Louisiana Heartbeats. Okay, we have showcased kids that have bands that have not been discovered yet, and they have their moment of exposure. We also have the whole opportunity of even kids doing musical of different genres, Zydeco, Cajun, you name it. And coming up soon, we have a young lady that now is coming out of Shreveport, Louisiana. She is only 6 years old and she wants to sing. Well, guess what? Louisiana Heartbeats is proud to say that this young lady's going to be on Acadiana's Kids Got Talent. So it's word of mouth. If you have a good idea and other people hear about it, get out there and network and share with people your dreams. And then before you know it, you'll have all kinds of people wanting to be on your list. Now, let's take you back to just how complicated. I didn't want to sit in front of a camera. I wanted to be behind the camera. But I'm not exactly qualified to really operate a camera. I guess running my mouth is a lot better. I've been doing it for a long time, so why switch to anything else? And right now, as I look into the background right there, when I first started off, we were in a different studio. Acadiana Open Channel has a new location. And so we're just off of, Jefferson Street and Cypress Street. And our address is actually, 101 Jefferson Street, Suite 100. So with that said, we have all these wonderful updated facilities. And so by starting off like we did, if we could take a camera and just fan around this room right now, you would not be scared to be on television. All it is sitting here with a dream. My dream was to tell people about you. Now I'm encouraging you to contact us with your ideas. Who knows, perhaps you will have the next show on Acadiana Open Channel. With all that said and everything, look at Brain Fart. That right there is awesome. It has been done, as I said before, by one of the staff members. Why? Because they love the idea behind the show, Brain Fart. So let's take a minute and let's remove all these plain things, these nice stuff, and kind of show them what I'm actually sitting behind and how it's important to have a good crew who's willing to make the changes. It was their idea to start like this, and let's tell people how we make a show. And so this is the making of a show, maybe yours. So you want to show some of the ugly stuff around here?
All right.
All righty, I got Kenneth Franklin, who's now come out of the TriCaster, and he is wanting to kind of walk you through and show you how each set is set up for the individual person coming in. So we're going to do kind of a panoramic thing. We're going to just kind of span around and say, you know, you got to learn how to do camera work. You got to focus in on the good stuff. You got to hide the bad stuff. I'm sitting in front of a green screen. That's why they can keep changing the background. And we have a new camera lady with us today who we want to thank her for coming out here and doing the camera work for us. So at this point, just feel free to get past me and just show them everything, and then come back and have fun with the camera. And your name is? Anna. Anna has volunteered to do the camera for us today, so I'm going to let her just have free range and just kind of focus in on stuff sitting around us that's not on camera. And then we'll come back later and we will make it pretty again. So as you do that, I just want to remind everyone that Acadiana Open Channel offers internet radio. Did you know that if you don't want to be on camera, that you can also have a talk show on our Cypress Street Radio? We're looking for good topics. We're looking for people. All you need to do is commit to becoming a member, and that gives you access to all the equipment here, the use of the equipment, but you have to learn how to use the equipment. Some people are like technically better qualified than I am, but you know, I'm willing to tell you there's people here who can train you. Now at this time, Cypress, I didn't know this, but now all my other shows, we just learned that we are going to be able to take our shows from here, which is visual, and it will become an internet radio show, which is audible, of course. And so it's exciting to know that you don't start off with one idea. You can end up with many, many more outlets out there. Now look at that. We have an area that has stacked chairs. Okay, that's not in the camera. Now, if we didn't have a good camera person, you know, that would show up in the camera. And then, of course, you know, for those who want to be comfy in their settings, which I cannot and don't like sitting on the sofa because I sit on the edge anyway, they rearrange and they make a beautiful set. Sometimes they bring in flowers. Sometimes just the people dressed in colorful clothing is good. Now, look at that desk over there. That desk over there that they're showing us right now, if I'm not mistaken, that is, yay, that's the Marshall's desk. That's another show that's called Holding Accountable. Oh boy, you sure don't want to be on their show because that means they're looking for you. Okay, and backing up, we have different equipment that's being hid by different curtains. So it's up to you and your team to know and to learn how to tweak and make your show even better. Now, the hardest thing about being a producer is really and truly knowing that if anything goes wrong, it's your fault. Because if you are a good producer, you're going to make sure that you keep your team, your crew informed, and vice versa. They themselves will work along good with you. Make sure that you, first of all, do you really want to do this? Because a lot of people do a whole lot of talking, and sometimes they just don't do it. And they end up just talking instead of doing stuff. Acadiana Channel is looking for people who are doers. And as I said earlier, I'm the Acadiana Open Channel volunteer rep. If you have an idea and you tell me, then I'm like a dog with a bone, someone told me. I'm not going to let it go, especially if you have a great idea. So I would be the person that you would want to share with, and from there we can connect you to like-minded people. And look at there, here we are again. Now look how nice. Don't we look a lot better than we did earlier? Well, that's because we have a great camera lady. Look at there. I think she's showing some of the parishes, by the way. We have only 5 parishes that actually can cover us and carry our channel. But that's because we are now updating. I used to put all my shows on Ustream. After it airs one time on the Acadiana Open Channel, then it can be put on the internet. Now, because of AOC keeping updated with a lot of what we're doing, we're now going to be updated through AOC. Anyone with a show is going to automatically, if we give permission, that show is going to automatically be put on YouTube, which is an awesome outlet also. So they also have their webpage. They have video streaming. Gosh, we have contests. We have kids, man. We have programs for kids that already do better camera work than I do. So if you have a desire to tell your story through visual or even graphic shows or talk shows, radio shows, this is a place you may want to check out. Well, I'm Sudie Landry, and I could be gabbing all day, so I'd appreciate it if somebody would tell me how much time I got left. And so I just want to let you know I'm really not a flower person, so that's one of the things. So we have 10 minutes left, so what can we talk about? All right. Well, right in front of me is my appointment book. I am very fortunate that I stay busy, and you see how you can kind of see all these yellow splotches and these triangles and all this. Well, I've got so many things that I'm interested in that I have to color code my own planner, okay? Now, I can tell you right now, this week, AOC seems to be on every day of the week. All right, so today we had 2 special guests that canceled. Well, guess what? The show must go on. I feel like that. Why not? Why let all this wasted time go by without visual? Tomorrow, of course, I'm part of a board show. And guess what? I'm proud to say that most people that come on the shows find out that they can have a show, and another new show, Chillin' and Chattin', is also going to be airing Friday. And that is someone who was a guest, and I'm going to tell you the story. Everybody loves a story. Chillin' and Chattin' is another show, and I'm going to kind of plug a little bit of the different shows that have come from just inviting you to sit down at this table. Little did I know that when this opportunity was opened up to me, that so many of my ideas would all come true almost at one time. My dream was to take my 5-minute short stories called The Lighthouse Tales and share them on the internet, which I did post over 75 stories in the first blog, and they're inspirational encounters of the godly kind, supernatural. And I thought I was just going to get away with that. Well, I told my story, and then this person told this person. Before you know it, someone said, you ought to be on television. Well, television was the last thing I wanted. I wanted to hide behind the radio with just a voice. So I went into a radio station that I did just that, but I didn't tell my stories. Well, I thought, okay, I'm not going to do it that area. And then I was invited to a Acadiana Open Channel 4 years ago special party where they celebrate and award people at the end of the year for good work and good ideas, and just it's a wonderful event. And yeah, you can win awards. So I went to this outlet, and I was introduced to some of the programs that were there 4 years ago. Well, I didn't exactly like all the programs, of course, and I thought I could do better, so I made a comment, you know what I do is a lot better than some of that stuff, which I learned real fast. Acadiana Open Channel is a channel where it doesn't matter if everybody likes you or don't like you, you have the freedom of speech, okay, and that's what we're all about. So either I had to adjust and I had to decide what I wanted, so I decided I was going to join anyway. And I did, and our team did win the toot, 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 my horn. We were actually really blessed, and we won the best recorded show of that year. That was 4 years ago. Well, lots have happened. I'm so busy doing stuff and having fun that, okay, it doesn't matter if you win or not. If you're having fun and you're making a difference in the community, that's what it's all about. Well, it went from that to being part of different shows. So because of that, I said that because of this. That was the first thing. I started inviting music, and then from there, people wanted to be on the show, and it covered many other areas. So then, as it began to grow and grow and grow, then I had this friend, so we tag team, and he does half of, I rotate between he and I, and we do a 30-minute show. So this is actually going to be a 26-minute edited show, telling you all kinds of stuff And as you can see, the guys are having a blast back there. I really like that pose. You can't really see who I am, but let's have fun. And so anyway, let me just say that I have had many wonderful guests on my show. And I am just so amazed at the many stories that I've been able to share. And so a lot of these people have turned around and decided they wanted to do a show of their own. So I've been able to encourage them. Chillin' and Chattin' is a show that is a talk show, and it's myself co-hosting with someone else that will talk about the daily trends of what's going on, what's bothering you. Our first show was not long ago, and it was about diabetes. The host herself is actually having problems and has had to have parts of her toes amputated. But her goal is to encourage people, don't just sit home, get out there. Don't let your sickness bring you down, because you can do something. You can be somebody. You can be active. Don't be ashamed. And that's what Chillin' and Chattin's about. And that is a program that will be done again this week, and sooner or later it will be done weekly. Then we have my crew that went from volunteering to helping me to creating their show, The Midnight Chillers. And The Midnight Chillers is a show where Reggie Walsh and Kenneth worked together on that. And it's about black and white, old-time horror shows. I mean, sometimes they'll have a co-host on there and do some ad-libbing before the show. But it's a collection of black and white horror shows. That is The Midnight Chillers. When does it play? Midnight. Okay. So that is just an idea. And then from there, the two guys, actually three, Barry Johnson's part of that. It's a team of three crazy, wonderful guys. And so, as you can see, they're bored, and I told them to have fun, so why not? See? They're not bored. They're having fun. Boy, I look like you there, Reggie. Look at there. I got the hood on and everything. So here we are. We're talking about that Midnight Chillers. Well, it went from that to they are 24-hour reality shows, all I can say. They're creating all the time. They're talking all the time. It doesn't matter where they're at. And now they decided to create a show called Brain Fart. Yep, Brain Fart. Now, kids love that title. What is a brain fart? You know, in my day, if you forgot something, it says, it wasn't brain fart. So if you forget something, these days, they call it brain fart. If we learned something in my day, way back when, it was called a brain wrinkle. Oh, I got another wrinkle in my brain. And so, anyway, all kinds of things can be created. Now, if you really get serious and you don't want to play around like this, we're just trying to show you can have fun or you can be serious. We have spoken innovation going on, okay, that's been taken over. And now I think it's going to be called Poets United. Guess what? It's a poetry show. A poetry show. And people can come out here. It started off as a poet show. Now it's going to turn into all kinds of whatever you want to showcase. It's called Open Mic United. So we have a lot of opportunities that you can check out here at Acadiana Open Channel. And let's see. By the way, did you know that sometimes even you can get discovered on YouTube? We had a show that we were part of, and still is, on Acadiana Open Channel, but it's branched outside of Acadiana Open Channel. And it's called Accidental Chef. That's right. YouTube discovered Accidental Chef, which I'm proud to say the original director at that time had done such awesome footage that they were watching YouTube, and they actually came to Lafayette to film us filming the show. And a lot of opportunities opened up for the local chef. So now we go from being silly, having fun, doesn't matter what kind of show. My shows, I believe in having fun with these guys. Then I have shows that I want to be serious. And then I have shows that whatever happens, happens. I don't stress out about anything because life is real. You just never know what's going to come up. So just go with the flow. But have fun while you're doing it. Now, The Accidental Chef is a wonderful show. And let's see, they have many other shows out there. Let's see, did I name? We have Insight to Mental Health. Okay, I'm not part of that show, but I have been in that show as a guest. We have wonderful things to cover. If you have any kind of mental issues, that's the show to check out. We have upcoming a new show, which is going to be Moving Tales, which is someone doing yoga for children. And so that's going to be the next creation. So I'm giving you a scoop. They've agreed to come in here, and we will film children exercising while being told stories to yoga. Okay, so as a person comes in here and I get interested, I'll say, hey, would you like a show? And they say, well, I'll do it if you'll help me. And I'll say, okay. And then eventually it's like, take the crutch away from them and let them do it on their own. That's what Acadiana Open Channel is all about. Now, it's time to wrap up. I hope that I've given you an idea of just how easy it is to make your own show. Just like those bricks in the back of me, I'm telling you what, it's solid, it's an idea. If you have an idea, it can be done. I encourage you to check out www.aocinc.org. That is the web page of this community access channel. I, Sudie Landry, hope to see you tune in or hear from you. But every Tuesday night, you can tune in at 9 o'clock on Cox Cable 16. Just might be you that we're showcasing, and your dream can come true. At least we can try and help you. So, with all said ado, hey, check us out. Might be you.